Hey everyone, Couch Investor back on our earnings video for today. Now, we already talked about Intel and Roku last night. If you missed that video, it's going to be in the top right corner. But in this video, we're going to talk about a company that I've never covered on this channel, and in my opinion, one of the strongest companies on the planet right now. It's a European company, so you have to go on the French market actually. Its stock is up over 700% in the last decade. Sales CAGR in the last decade over 14%, net income close to 20% CAGR in the last 10 years. Tremendous business. And yes, I'm talking about a company in the luxury industry. No, this isn't lvmh, this is Hermes. Some of you probably know this already because of the thumbnail, but for those of you that don't know, we're going to go over their first half of 2023 earnings report. Now, okay, I know, if we look at valuation, not cheap at all. But in my opinion, when you own a company like this, and yes, you can see that the stock in the last year or so has done quite well. Valuation wise, of course, this still needs to be updated a little bit, but 50 times forward PE is not on the cheap side. But when you look at the business, you'll understand why people are paying a premium for that. Now, the analyst estimates fiscal year 2023 sales growth of 16.35%, fiscal year 2024 12%, and then fiscal year 2025 9%, and then for EPS growth a bit of the same. So let's dive right into this. The revenue by geographical area. So in Europe, that increased 22% year over year to $1.42 billion. By the way, every area grew above 20%. So again, bravo. Asia grew 27% to $3.93 billion. You will see Asia, the Asian market, is very, very important for their business. Americas grew 20%, so the total $6.69 billion, and that grew 25% at constant rates. If you look at the distribution per area, you can see here Asia Pacific, excluding Japan, that's 49%. Japan is 10%, Europe 12%, France, which apparently is excluded because, well, the company comes from there, so that's 9%, and Americas 18%. All of them are unchanged from 2022. Now, if we look at revenue by sector, of course, they deal with various sectors just like lvmh, but lvmh should be looked at more as a conglomerate. Hermes is more like a Ferrari, for example. So leather goods and saddlery increased 21%, ready-to-wear and accessoire 35%, silk and textile 22%, other Hermes sector 32%, perfume and beauty only 10%, but watches remain pretty popular, 24% growth there, then other products at 4%. And here again, you can see the distribution. So leather goods and saddlery is 41% of revenue this year, down from 43% last year. Then we have ready-to-wear and accessoire, 28% this year, so an increase from the 26% of last year, and all the rest remained a bit unchanged. Other Hermes sector, that's 13% instead of 12% from last year, but otherwise everything else stays the same. Now, this is where you can actually see how strong this business is. So revenue $6.69 billion, cost of sales $1.86 billion, so gross margin 72.2%. And if we look at recurrent operating income, 44%, also known as EBIT, 44%. I mean, it's incredible. And you can see that this has been improving in the last couple of years, of course, with 2020 being the exception. Now, if you enjoyed this type of videos so far, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, we'd really appreciate that. We're trying to reach 30,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so hit that subscribe button. It's free, so why not? And if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. Then, if we look at half-year revenue and net income evolution, like I said at the start of this video, sales CAGR over 10 years at 14.3%, net income CAGR over 10 years of 19.3%. Of course, you can see where things have gone parabolic after the pandemic. Now, you might say, is this sustainable? Is this not sustainable? Well, in the luxury market, usually there are no real cycles because rich people can spend whenever, right? In a down cycle, in an up cycle, they'll have money to spend on things that Hermes are selling, that lvmh is selling, that other luxury brands are selling. Now, why do we see such a huge increase after the pandemic? Well, it's also a lot to do with new developments within the companies, being more efficient, being also digital, being a bit younger as well. So that's the result. Pretty good one, if you ask me. Then with regards to cash flow, so operating cash flow of $2.61 billion for this year, that's up from just $2 billion last year. So cash flow related to operating activities, 2.1 billion. Last year, 1.74 billion. And then adjusted free cash flow, 1.72 billion compared to the 1.42 billion of last year. Yes, they do pay a little dividend. I believe the yield is 0.6 or something like that. Not big. It's also in euros, so voila. And so the closing restated net cash position was $9.84 billion. That's up from $7.68 billion last year. Of course, this is for the first half of 2023. Now, as for the outlook, the group continues the year 2023 with confidence thanks to the high integrated artisanal model, the balanced distribution network, the creativity of collections, and the loyalty of clients. In the medium term, despite the economic, geopolitical, and monetary uncertainties around the world, the group confirms an ambitious goal for revenue growth at constant exchange rates. Thanks to its unique business model, Hermes is pursuing its long-term development strategy based on creativity, maintaining control over know-how, and singular communications. Now, according to Statista, revenue in the luxury goods market amounts to $354.8 billion in 2023. The market is expected to grow annually by 3.38% CAGR between 2023 and 2028. They also say that in the luxury goods market, 22.4% of total revenue will be generated through online sales by 2023. In relation to total population figures, per person revenue of $46.18 are generated in 2023. So it's safe to say that the future of luxury goods and companies dealing in the luxury industry is in safe hands. And with regards to Hermes specifically, I think this company is in a very, very unique position to continue to grow and reward its shareholders in the long term. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you own Hermes? Do you own lvmh? Other luxury companies? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.